Bless you. Thank you. Waving hand sign welcome in AFK from Spacity first message of the stream fire.
What's good, everybody? Yo, testing one, testing. Alright, cool. So, what we about to do is we about to dive on in to my actual TikTok account to look at the people who are begging in real time to see who my competition actually is. So, let's get the ball rolling, get the ball started. Let me get this off. Bless you, baby. And this video, this stream is sponsored by Buck Up. Alright, so let y'all know. You look at my let me find it for y'all real quick. Alright, cool. Cool. Posted that. Now let's get to the bottom of what we about to get into. I'm going to be on Kick as well. So I'm making sure I got everything set up over here. Now, before I get into it, because I know the mic is working, I already heard it back. Before I get into this, we about to dive deep into this big talk situation. We're about to look these people up and down. Let me turn it over to where it's facing so I can have a seat, or I might just grab a seat here. Because you know, it's about to get real. It's about to get real. About to get real. Because I'm doing a breakdown on all this stuff. On all this stuff. And I switched over from doing vertical. I'm just doing horizontal. Make you real crispy. Because behind me is going to be totally different. Y'all ain't going to be seeing what's actually behind me. It's going to be all good. It's going to be Gucci. It's going to be Gucci. Straight Gucci. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I heard myself, so that lets me know that everything is Gucci. Everything is Gucci. And I won't be able to see what y'all saying because I'm gonna be streaming Kick on my phone. Alright, so this is how we're gonna do it. This is how we gonna do it. So on my phone, I'm on Kick. So if I do have an issue, I will know to switch the mics if y'all ain't able to hear me. But let's get into what we're about to get into. All right, so here we have make sure it's a good point where y'all can see because this is how you know it's about to get real. Normally, I would do just random videos for people, but I said let's expose the people who are just begging to be begging. So as you see on the right side of me, right over here, you will see that person right here. It says, and mind you, they chose to speak on these things. They chose to be beggars. So now, January 1st, January 1st, January 18th, 2026. And here is Asia spends money on tree, but always needs money for a room or for a ride and calls you weird for not sending money. I'm like, I beg your pardon? Let me take this hat off though so I can listen in to what she says.
You wouldn't have to tell Alex? We wouldn't have to tell anyone. We can get on my dad's.
I so messy tea spilled. Let's talk about it. Good grief. Hold up.
flying carpet and we can go. Right now.
Oh, just...
Alright, so right here, someone said, good grief. It looks like she's playing with her gun, but once again sits on her butt, wanting money when she should be putting in applications for a job. Oh my god, laughing emojis.
I'm about to go everybody that
You never tell anyone. You have to tell anyone. We can get on my desk.
I'm finna cut the whole world off.
Right now.
Starting right now. If you don't got my number, you ain't been having my number.
I
Ain't
can't
no
kiss you.
phone.
Or go away with you.
Let me see. I'm about to become.
This is a 7
It's
minute
because you can do a
video.
backflip, isn't it?
He put help me please.
You know, I should have taken that tumbling class with him when I had the chance.
I'm not Julia.
Go down.
Well, everybody that keep asking me, am I homeless? Did I move? Y'all thought I was picking up keys yesterday. Brianna, what's going on? So listen, we went to go pick up the keys yesterday for the tent, right? What kind of tent has keys, bitch? A nice one, all right? So we go pick up the keys for the tent, and when we go to pick up the keys for the tent, he say, hey, I recognize you off of social media, and the information you put down for your tent don't match the information that we know you are because you're on social media. So he was like, yeah, we can't give you your keys to your tent. Matter of fact, we don't even want you living here. So with that being said, we're gonna have to pull back your tent application. I said, excuse me? All right. Now, mind you, we only have till the 31st to be posted up in this apartment. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. If I can't find somewhere to prop up my tent, I may have to go back to hotel living, which wouldn't be the first time. It would just be the first time with 3 kids. Hey, y'all.
Oh, that's crazy.
The important part, though, besides the goal being something that wasn't
Good,
frivolous or
everybody. How
stupid,
y'all
was that there was
doing?
usually a clear timeline as to the solution that this person was seeking. Hey, I need this so that I can pay this by such and such date, and then I can get out of this situation. It was people that had a specific goal, right? And they were usually very willing to provide receipts. You could even find videos from people showing clear medical bill receipts so that you knew that you were contributing to somebody that had a real situation. Something that would make you feel good because you were really paying off somebody's trouble. And one of the biggest things about asking for help is that it was gratitude driven, not demand driven. It wasn't give me $100 to pay my rent, you f***ing asshole. It was, could you please help me? And the beautiful thing about it is that the people, when they were asking for help on Beg Talk originally, they did it with humility. Hey, if you can help, please do. And if you can't, go ahead, go with God, share this for me. That was it. It was just people asking for a little help. There was kindness on both sides and humility. There was no sense of implied obligation, and the viewer and the donator, in that sense, retained their own agency. They weren't being accosted for money. Until now.
But first, here's a word from this video's sponsor.
I spend enough time busy at home that by the time lunch rolls around, it's really tempting to either order takeout or just make dino nuggets, neither of which are particularly health-conscious options. That's where today's sponsor, Factor, comes in. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, and dietitian-approved meals straight to your doorstep and ready to eat in 2 minutes. Designed specifically to support your personal wellness journey, Factor helps eliminate the stress around cooking, planning, and cleanup so you can stay focused on your goals. Factor meals offer nutrition that suits your personal need. They offer funeral expenses. All right, well, once we
be sitting back and y'all be seeing this, because I don't do anything to these people. Yeah.
Jamaica, you want people to pay for your lifestyle, your tree habit, keep on getting put out, and when the government can't pay for your relocation, it's everyone's fault. Do better. This is crazy. It's time for her to get a job or two if needed, because I thought she had a job. What happened to that? You're a grown adult to think about what you're saying. These are the people. These are the people I'm competing with, bro. This is crazy. I already saw that one.
One support, and much more.
My nieces,
Wanting materialistic items but begging for room money and food regularly. Hold up. Who else is in the chat? Because it said there's two people watching. Who else is in the chat? What happened to sharing the stream freely? What happened to that? I miss the sharing the stream freely because I share the stream freely every day for people. It don't take much to just copy link.
Going on, and again, like I've already made 20 videos about this.
Hold on.
One support.
Why can't I hear?
be sitting back and y'all be seeing this. Because I don't do anything to these people. Yeah, I know. Thank you. All you got to do is just pray to God. Just talk to God about me. That's all you got to do. I can't make you feel no different about me, my love. But God bless you. Get in her.
One support, and
My nieces, which they ain't got no room to talk, but it's kind of my fault. Say all the time that I'm a little bougie or that I'm extra, but they ain't got no room to talk. Because I like Paris Hilton come out with a new tumbler, and I don't like the great big ones because I got little hands, but she come out with a little one that's got the handle on it, and I want that one so bad, and I want like all the little accessories that go with the cup. You know now you can get like the little backpacks that you strap to it, and like the little charms and stuff that hang off of it. And I got a new purse for Christmas, and I got like little stuff hanging off of it. I got my little, the little Germexes that's so popular right now. All kind of little stuff hanging off my purse. What kind of what? What do you do, baby? It's just it's a purse it come off of Amazon. Because I was carrying, my sister-in-law gave me like a smaller Kate Spade purse that she didn't use no more. And I kept saying I needed one just a little bit bigger. And so now I just switch back and forth. But,
back and forth.
Well, here, hang on a minute. I know it came from Amazon. This one, and see, I got like all the little doohickeys and stuff hanging off. There's my little Germex, and then that was a Christmas gift as well from somebody.
So really, I'm going against people who are begging for materialistic things and food. Why do all beggars buy toys? Why do all beggars buy toys? Yes, because everything is free in life. You get to act like a child. Oh, it's crazy.
On, and again, like I've already made 20 videos about this, I am getting put out. I have to be out of this apartment by January the 31st. They put this notice on my door, something about not.
So, Nana's page 26 back from her New York trip and wants y'all money again. Fake notice that she wrote herself in another sob story, but no job. He took the time to write a fake notice about no. So you were, hold up.
Renewing the lease, or whatever the case may be. I've halfway started packing. I just kind of been in a depression of funk, if you will, because I don't know where I'm going next. Before we went to New York City, we were approved for 2 places. One place wants 3 times the rent to move in. That's just not feasible. That's not what I have saved right now. The second place wants me to jump through hoops. I went to go look at it where I want to put the tent at. It doesn't even look like the pictures. So that was a dupe. Now, this place, which will be the 5th place we have applied for, I'm still trying to collect application money, which is $325, so that we could go ahead and apply for the.
Hold up. Wait a minute. People gotta send you money to apply for to put a 10 up? 325? Nah. Nana's page 26 back from New York. Be right back. Be right back. Oh, my back.
Place. I do have a goal going on right now. If you want to help with that goal, you could drop an apple in the chat. Other going on, and again, like I've already made 20 just because it makes the haters mad. Then Christmas.
It makes the haters mad. Maggie Foster, Holiday Begathon. She's having not a subathon, a begathon. These are the people who I'm competing with in the algorithm. These are who I'm competing with in the algorithm. Even on YouTube. We're going to go over to YouTube. Don't even worry about that. We're going to go over to YouTube for sure, for sure. But these are the people that I am going against. These are the people I'm going against. Like, oh my. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. One second. 1 second, bro. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Because I know I normally watch all death, but nah. I'll save all death for when I'm off streaming. You feel me? Because I'm focused on building, like, I want to do promotions, but I gotta figure out if the people who I'm going to be paying for the promotions is real. But let's keep the ball rolling though. Let's keep this ball rolling though, for real. Because if I am out here going against people who just beg and beg and beg, that can't be real life.
Hey, I'll be doing the grand finale on 20 just because it makes the haters mad. Then Christmas on 20 just because it makes the haters mad. Then Christmas Day, I'll be doing the grand finale of 1K begathon for $1,000.
She's doing the begathon for $1,000. Somebody said, "What, Maggie? I didn't understand." I know her breath is harsh. If people want to give their cash to this, they the ones needing a mental health professional. Did she just shoot a milkshake? What she say? She speaks in cursive.
They make the haters madder and enemies. Pisses them off when I beg on a holiday. Mm-hmm. All y'all gotta do is pay your road and just keep sitting there and make it piss them off. Mm-hmm.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is real life. This is real life. People do this real life.
Not gonna lie, the GoFundMe pissed me off. Like, I don't understand what that mom needs a GoFundMe for. The mom with the 6 kids that try to bring him to the hair appointment. She actually has 7 kids. I don't understand what the GoFundMe is for. What are we supporting her for?
This right here is what I was trying to explain in my other video that I made regarding the GoFundMe opinion. See, y'all don't have an issue with people that create GoFundMes as long as they have that influencer level status. But see, the lady with the 6 kids, when she created the GoFundMe, now it's, oh my God, why is she creating this? Oh, now y'all start asking all these questions. But see, if it was a famous person or a TikTok celebrity, y'all would be like, oh, just donate the money.
Yeah, first off, if I see a person who is famous or who is a celebrity of some status, like, why do you need a GoFundMe if you supposed to be having the money? Like, that's crazy. And all I be asking for is like, comment, subscribe. And I only utilize what YouTube has to get money.
Not gonna lie, the GoFundMe pissed me off. Like, I don't understand what that
influencer level status. But see, the lady with the 6 kids, when she created the GoFundMe, now it's, oh my God, why is she creating this? Oh, now y'all start asking all these questions. But see, if it was a famous person or a TikTok celebrity, y'all would be like, oh, just donate the money or shut up. Or why are you even messing with these people? Why are you in her business? Why are you in his business? It's their GoFundMe. But see, now that the person doesn't have the same status as some of these other influencers, she shouldn't create that GoFundMe. See, y'all are going to listen to me one day. I know I was right. Y'all love to support people who are well off and don't need your help. But
so y'all would rather support somebody who doesn't need your help rather than help somebody who does. That makes no sense. That's kind of opposite.
See, when somebody does need help and they come on here, y'all ridicule them. And this proves it. Come on, man. Yeah, this I'm so glad this creator made this video because it proves the point that I made. Even when I made that video about Marquetta Goat's mom, people were in the comments saying the same thing. Mind your business. Oh, well, she created the GoFundMe and people are donating. I don't see the problem.
Not gonna lie, the GoFundMe pissed me off.
We don't have any food in this house. I need to get like on food stamps.
No wonder why Kate is desperate for money today. You should. It will stop the shakes.
Mama, like I'm not even joking, for real. Like, the food is too expensive. And you're probably like, girl, you just spent over $1,000 on your hair. Yeah.
Hold up. The food is too expensive, but she spent $1,000 on her hair. The food is too expensive, but she spent $1,000 on her hair. Does that make sense? No, it don't. It don't make sense. Did she forget about eating?
Like, we tried everything before we got on here, and then that's just what it is.
Island boy sis making everybody mad.
What's the fucking order of pizzas last night? Like, keep picking up pizza.
Tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects.
Your house burnt down and your son almost died. So now you can't work for the next 2 weeks. And they're not going to have a Christmas. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, if just four of you sent $10 and one of you would send $2, I would have enough for the hotel room. Me and my dogs are going to be out in the cold, and there's snow. It's going to be cold, really cold. So just 4 of you. And if you don't want to comment, because you know there's bots, because my stalkers buy bots. So if you don't leave a comment, you can message me, and I have.
First off, who is stalking you enough to be buying bots? Who is stalking you enough to be buying bots?
No problem sending you a receipt to show that I really paid for my hotel room.
Give us some money or get off my screen.
Did I say?
Nick Harris demands money for a hotel room. Who is Nick Harris?
Say that?
No, I'm telling you that right now. Do you have any lunch money or any support going towards my hotel?
Going towards your hotel? Any lunch money or support? Hold up. We doing this in real time. This is real time work. We doing it.
Our mop is like done for, and I need one. Hey, Mama. Back for a little bit. Now, I can't afford the spray bottle I need, but the mops are really high. So I don't know if I'll be able to get one or not. Wednesday cookies and cream. That looks good. Look at that. That's cereal with marshmallows. Everything else saying goes towards a new mop. I'll take y'all over and show you the one I was looking at. But I'm really weird, and I don't like certain textures. Tell me these are not cute, you guys.
Wow.
I'd like to get Ali something. I just don't have the money right now.
You want to give somebody something, but you don't got the money right now. So you in the store with no money? With no money? She got no money, but she's in the store. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. This lady is in the store. She is in the store with no money, and she's walking around like she has. Okay, that's crazy.
Minecraft. Maybe we could raise money somehow for Anthony to get him a lawnmower, a new lawnmower.
Give him a new lawnmower.
Like, make sure he has one by next summer.
Then she has the Cash App on the bag top. She got the Cash App on here. People send her nah.
And then a leaf blower and a weed eater. Maybe that's something we can look into him. Is that something you guys would like to help do? We don't have to do it right now, obviously. Summer's in the summer. He has a yard guest to mow today, though. Oh, look at these.
1 second. Let's see here. Go down.
There's 400 people in here.
Do not send cash and
I'm trying to raise the last 77 bucks so me and my 2 dogs, so I can pay for the hotel room, and me and my 2 dogs will have somewhere to stay tonight until tomorrow morning. If anybody be willing to donate, I can send you my Instagram, I can message you my Instagram account, and I can message you the receipt if you want, or a screenshot of the charge out of my bank. I'm $77 short. So me and my 2 dogs have...
Our mop is like done for, and I need...
There's 400 people in here.
so this right here shows that do not send cash in active addiction. She'll be back on shortly begging for the remaining $77. Awareness and educational purposes. Let me see. Why did it disconnect? Now, let's see.
Figure this shit out. Here, let me make this phone call right quick. I'm at work, but I don't even know how I'm...
At TiVo 8907, fake phone call, gas gauge grift, and says his dad is proud of him for begging on TikTok.
I get home in the morning. Fucking trying to figure this shit out. Here, let me make this phone call right quick. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, not much. Hey, man, listen, I'm in a bind, dude. Honestly, I'm almost out of gas, and I don't get paid till Friday, man. And like I'm looking about on E, man, and I really need help. Dude, I helped you out when I barely had it. Man, I really need help. I gotta get home in the morning, dude. I gotta be back 2 days in a row. Yeah, for real. Well, all right, never mind then, dude. I'll just figure it out. All right, thanks, brother. Bye. Nope. Y'all can tell I've lost a little bit of weight since then, huh? That's called not eating right. That's called going without. Just trying to get fucking gas to get home on, man. I ain't got shit. Look, I'll prove it to y'all, barely. I'll prove it to you. That way y'all know I ain't fucking lying. See? Barely. Like damn near on E. Come on, man. Get off there. Like, sincerely, I ain't got shit, man. Fuck no, I'm just trying to get help so I can get the fuck home, man. Shit,
So I'm gonna say this one last time. Drop some gifts where I am not staying on. I'm not gonna have you guys talk.
He said, drop some gifts or she's not staying on. Who is she? He said, drop some gifts and she's not staying on? These are the people who I'm competing with every day? Nah.
It the whole time. No, it's annoying. Same bullshit every single day.
Why can't we be friends?
So I'm gonna say this one last time. Drop some gifts where I am not staying on. I'm not gonna have you guys talk shit the whole time.
It's crazy. That is insane.
What's new with Google Ads?
Hold up.
Google AI powers campaigns that work for you.
My friends are starting to ask how we...
Hold up. Why did Disney vacations are destroying people's finances?
My friends are starting to ask how we afford Disney so often, right? Listen, we don't. I am in a staggering amount of debt.
I just booked a trip to Disneyland even though I'm paying off $41,000 worth of debt. This is my third time going this year to...
Hold up. Go back. What'd you say?
My friends are starting to ask how we afford Disney so often, right? Listen, we don't. I am in a staggering amount of debt.
I just booked a trip to Disneyland even though I'm paying off $41,000 worth.
You still owe $41,000 in debt. You still going to Disneyland?
Debt. This is my third time going this year to a Disney park.
Are you guys in any kind of debt right now? Mine's pretty minimal, I think. Credit card and a vehicle, probably about 60. And that's minimal to you.
Okay, so today's going to be a good one. We're going to be going over Disney vacation debt because the amount of content and examples online are basically never ending. I think this company has a chokehold on their fans more than anybody else. So much so that people are spending every dime they have and even money they don't have just to go to their theme parks several times a year. We have a ton of stuff to go over today along with comments from you guys from previous videos. So if you want to be featured on a future video, leave in the comments down below. But let's start off with a few clips of people justifying their debt and still going to Disney.
My friends are starting to ask how we afford Disney so often, right? Listen, we don't. I am in a staggering amount of debt. That's why I use Disney math, which is basically algebra done emotionally instead of correctly.
I just booked a trip to Disneyland.
My friends are starting to ask how we afford Disney so often, right? Listen, we don't. I am in a staggering amount of debt. That's why I use Disney math, which is basically...
What is Disney math?
Algebra done emotionally instead of correctly.
So you do math emotionally instead of correctly. Okay. Okay.
I just booked a trip to Disneyland even though I'm paying off $41,000 worth of debt. This is my third time going this year to a Disney park. We've really been enjoying ourselves. My kids are 4 and 5, so they're like literally the perfect age to like watch them.
So y'all are in debt. You're going to Disneyland while in debt. Wow.
Go through and like experience the magic so purely, and so it makes us feel like we're kids again too. So
my budget is tighter than my grip on reality, but my guilty pleasure is Disney trips. Even though I'm trying to save as much money as I possibly humanly can this year, I still go to Disney quarterly. Here are 5 things I do to help save money on our Disney trips. I skip the merch in the park and I get all of my merch on hottopic.com for sale, or even the Disney store online has marked off merch.
Okay, so there is a bunch of stuff to go over. The first clip was pretty cut and dry, just terrible financial decisions, all to just see people dressed up as Mickey and Minnie Mouse walking around theme parks. But then the other two examples, we have somebody paying off debt but now going on their third Disney vacation this year. And the reasoning is their kids are the perfect age, so they absolutely have to go, and it makes them also feel like kids again too. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Then we have the person trying to save every single penny except going to Disney every 90 days. So she had some tips and tricks on how to save money and immediately starts talking about merchandise. You know, you don't have to buy the clothing every time you go there, right? I don't get the fascination being head to toe in Mickey gear while you're walking around Disneyland as well, but I guess it's way more common than I thought. Going over to the comments, I've gotten some Disney stuff from Shein too. Just gotta plan ahead because it takes time to deliver. I bet that's some real high quality clothing there that's not copyright at all. I asked you guys in an older video, do you know someone who went into debt for a vacation? And the first comment, of course I know him, he's me. I'm a trucker for Penske who had a coworker who maxed out 3 credit cards for his family trip to Disney. I know he
Someone maxed out 3 credit cards for his family trip to Disney.
worked overtime for 2 years to pay it off. Was it really worth it? I don't think so. Someone I used to work with took out a HELOC to go on a Disney cruise of the Mediterranean. Spent $25,000 just on the cruise. Oh man. Plane tickets and port hotels were on top of that. Utterly ridiculous. And if you watch my videos, you probably saw George Kamel going through Disney, asking people how much debt they had, and the results were unbelievable.
Are you guys in any kind of debt right now? Mine's pretty minimal, I think. Credit card and a vehicle, probably about 60.
And that's minimal to you?
No, it's a lot.
What's left on the car loan?
53.
What are you driving?
A 24 Toyota Tundra.
How about you? How much debt do you have?
Probably 75,000. Credit cards and then a car loan as well.
What's your car loan?
Student loans, yeah, like 60.
60? What are you driving?
I was
You
terrible.
rolled over negative equity, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes. Honda Pilot, 25.
What's your car payment?
1,200.
How about your car payment?
$982.
How much debt do you have total?
I'm gonna say at least 180 grand.
Can you tell me, did you guys pay cash for the trip?
For half of it.
The other half is on what?
A Disney card.
Oh, the Disney credit card. What do you get for putting it on the Disney card versus any old other card?
It has 6 months special financing, so there's no interest for like 6 months.
Okay, so is your plan to pay it off in 6 months?
That's the plan, yes.
That is the plan if we can do that for sure, yeah.
That doesn't instill confidence. You're like, if we,
Switch to TurboTax. File free in
That's exactly what I thought as well. I can almost guarantee that they will not pay it off in that 6 months, so that 0% interest rate probably turns into 25 to 30%. We'll get to the Disney cards in a second, but we could take a look at the comments. $1,200 car payment is insane, especially for a Honda Pilot. But you roll in that negative equity and here we are. Let's be $100,000 in debt and go to Disney. I don't understand US debt culture, and that was a lot of the comments as well. Way too many people are comfortable having a load of debt. I'm way too European to understand how someone could get into so much debt. But those Disney credit cards, those incentives, they'll get you.
You have a Disney card. Why the f do you have a Disney card?
We were at Disney. They were offering a promotion, $500 if you sign up for a Disney card and you get approved. And I was like, oh, well, that seems like a good idea if we go to Disney. So I signed up and then they approved it. And if you spend a certain amount, you'll get that money back. So then I spent it for another Disney vacation to get the rewards dollars. And at that time, my parents were also like, oh, well, we'll help you pay it back.
Would they agree?
Yeah.
If I called them right now, would they say, yes, that's what we said?
They're just kind of like, no, it's your debt. You take care of it. My mom was there when I signed up for the card. And she was like, okay, yeah, just do this and it'll be fine. And I was like, okay.
Did they say they would pay for it?
They didn't say those exact words.
Limit $3,000, but we're over that by $51.25. Great.
So she was lying about her parents, passing the blame off to them, as if she didn't have any fault in this. I was just trying to get extra money back. And surprise, surprise, it's maxed out and you're on the financial audit, which means you most likely don't have the money to pay it back. That's exactly how these credit card companies companies get you and add a layer on top of it with all of the Disney fanatics. Any credit card that's a retail or brand is a scam. Disney adults aren't good with money. And we have a comment from you guys right here. Maybe it's how I was raised, but I live by the rule that if you can't pay for it up front, you can't afford a vacation. But apparently that's not the way a good amount of people think in today's world. Let's take a look at a few people's videos with the cost breakdown on how much they spent at Disney.
Here's how much we spent for 1 week at Disney World visiting all 4 parks. Starting off with park tickets, we bought a 4-day, 1 park per day ticket, which came out to $663.
Wow. Hey, baby. These park tickets for Disney is crazy. It's a 4-day, 1 park per day tickets, $663 per person. Nah.
Per person. I'm crying just saying that out loud. Oh, we also attended Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party one night at Magic Kingdom, which was a separate ticketed event, coming out to $243.89 per person.
Okay, so this video is very long, so I'm speeding up a lot of the individual prices. I just wanted to add, you already paid over $650 just to walk in the park, and then to go to another event in the same park, you also had to spend an extra $250? Are you kidding me? But let's just go over to the end where he tallies everything up.
So now for the grand total on a 5-day trip visiting all 4 parks at Disney World, including flights, hotel, park tickets, and in-park purchases, we spent $6,100.
I don't know. I don't know about Disney. I too much money. We can have Disney at the house. They spent over, for all 4 parks, they spent over $6,000. In each separate park in Disney, they have to pay separately.
$91.89. More specifically, I spent $3,096.17, which is my half of the shared costs plus the merch I bought. Wow, with this much money, I could fly to Japan, travel for more than a week with 2 days allocated to Tokyo Disney, or probably even visit all 3 Disney resorts in Asia in a 2-week period. My goodness. But what do you think? Does this sound expensive, or is this pretty much the expected cost for a week at Disney World nowadays?
If you're talking about it being in the US, that's almost on the low end now. Some of the clips I saw, people were spending way more than $3 grand. We'll also be getting into Tokyo Disney a little bit more later in the video, but here's another clip just so you know that it's not a one-off example.
I just got back from Disney and I'm looking at the damage, $3,476. Ouch! Let's pay off the credit card today. Out of that big chunk of money, $2,795 of it was my 5 nights in the hotel and my 3 park tickets, which is just... God, dude. And then the remainder, $681.45, was how much I spent on food, face paint, random miscellaneous stuff like gas. To be honest, I'm actually proud of that. I think I did really good there.
He did really good by only spending $3,500 at the park. I do also think that it's interesting in each one of these clips when they talk about the ticket price, they always say something along the lines of, yes, this was unbelievably expensive. I'm crying. This was terrible. But then they still end up going and paying for it. This is all supply and demand. If you keep showing up to the parks, even with these crazy ticket prices, they're going to keep that price, if not increase it every few months. But I guess it doesn't matter to people because there are so many clips like this on social media.
3 things I'm good at: going to Disney, spending money at Disney.
There are a ton of clips like this. How much was the Disney trip? Oh, like $15,000. And them saying, oh, that's not bad. This was all a part of a trend a while ago, and if I wanted to, I could show you one after another. But here's a different clip, me at 27, no health insurance, paycheck to paycheck, and $20.68 in savings, but you're still at Disney. Me not caring about all the Disney price increases. What do you think I'm going to do? Not go? This is a perfect example of what I was just saying. It is almost like some of these people are brainwashed into going. It's crazy.
Did you know that Tap Stitch now allows you to create your own custom clothing labels? Let's show you how. The first...
How much are you gonna spend at Disneyland today?
$5.
How much are you gonna spend today?
$0.
How much are you gonna spend today?
$20. How much money are you gonna spend at Disney?
I have kids, so only $50. How much are you gonna spend at Disneyland?
$10.
Okay, so they have copyrighted music over the rest of the clip, but the first one, they spent $259, needed new merch and tried new foods. Next one, $142, kids wanted snacks, bought merch, and tried more food. $76, the balloon alone went over her $5 budget. $32 was the closest to her $10 budget out of everybody else. And $82.63, got thirsty and hungry. He didn't even get merch apparently walking into the park. But we could keep on going with the merchandise. We got another clip. Is this the most expensive item to buy at Disney World? It is a
That's $79,000. $79,000.
crystal ball that costs $79,000. Now, I don't believe this is the most expensive thing you can buy. I'm pretty sure there was a crystal castle that was sitting at around $200,000 or $300,000 in one of these cases. As if anybody on the planet is just going to be walking around Disney and decide to buy one of these things. Even the $80,000 is absolutely ridiculous.
This is the biggest money grab Disney's ever done. So we're in this new Disney drop shop where all the little vinyl mystery boxes are, and what have you found?
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh?
And the cats.
And the cats. So these are the cats. These are what the Winnie the Pooh ones look like. I think she's getting a Winnie the Pooh one too. They also have these weird looking keychain things. These are $50. That's ridiculous. No discounts apply. Universal would never.
So these are mystery and blind boxes. You don't even actually know what you're getting. And they're $50 each with absolutely no way to get a discounted price. How much of a ripoff is that?
Welcome to my series of things I want to buy at Disneyland, but I'm not going to. Up first is this cute elephant designed by Steve and Friends, but it's so soft. This Dumbo is $42.99. This tumbler is so expensive, it's $54.99, but I love it. I love the old school attraction art. I want these ears. I love the checkers. I like the color. The beige kind of yellow is nice. I think they're $37.99. Ever since I saw these bag charms, I've been thinking about them, and I love how they styled this purse, and I want this. But they're $25 each. Another thing I want is from Sip and Sonder. They have these bird mugs. They kind of are giving tiki room, and I love them, and I want them, and they're $50. Cockatiel, flamingo, and parrot.
We got $50 mugs, $30 charms, $55 water bottle putting Stanley to shame. When it comes to any of the Disney merchandise, it is absolutely off the wall. And we got a clip right here. Just spent $70 on a sweatshirt that I'm never gonna wear unless I'm at the park. Why buy it in the first place? Here's another. My Disney parents bought over $5,000 in merch. I'm honestly speechless at this point. It's likely all debt, which is the worst part. This is so sad. The concept of having $5,000 to spend on polyester clothing. I can't. Disney adults actually freak me out because why are they spending the same amount for a car on Disney? Now we can get into this a little bit. We got a comment from you guys. What's keeping Disney going is what they call Disney adult. Now I know they get a lot of flack online, and on one hand it's just something that they've enjoyed their entire life. I can relate, and I've talked to you guys about it. I've loved Godzilla since I was a little kid, and even with some of the recent movies coming out not being the best, and I'm not talking about -1, I'm still going to show up every time they release something new. So I understand genuinely enjoying something like this, but it does seem to be taken too far sometimes. There's been a clip running up on screen where a woman got a Disney Magic Key that I couldn't find the price for online, but if we're talking about any of their merch, I bet it wasn't cheap. And you go around the park unlocking things and bubbles coming out, and you get a few extra goodies if you go around and unlock everything, but it really does seem to be more kid-focused than adult. Disney adults are so weird. You paid how much for noises and a light show though? Why do adults dress up as little kids and go to Disney? What's the point of this? I don't know why adults are so into Disney. Weird. We are so easily amused, like the $200 Harry Potter wand that only works at Universal Studio. Outside the gate, it's just a stick. Disney is an expert at marketing and getting people to spend more money. Yes, they are. The corporate Corporate worship is so weird to me. Getting a Disney tattoo is like getting a tattoo of Flo from Progressive. I know a few personally. In my experience, Disney adults are mostly highly traumatized children who have grown into adults now but still refuse to heal from their trauma, and those who felt that they didn't have a childhood. So I know that this took more of a dark turn, but it does connect to one of the earlier clips with the woman who was already in a significant amount of debt, saying that they also felt like kids watching their children run around Disney. And we have a comment from you guys right here. Consumerism being tied to missing a childhood is so depressing to me. What do you mean you feel like you missed out on childhood for not paying a corporation to see a guy in a Mickey costume? Because some people justify it as a rite of passage in their childhood, and that their kids would resent them if they didn't go to Disney once in their life. I've never been, but I don't resent my parents for not being able to go. That's crazy. And now we can start talking about the constant price increases.
What's new with Google Ads? Google AI powers campaigns that work for you.
For the first time ever in November 2026, a Disney World ticket will go over $200. No drinks, no food, no fast pass, no parking, no nothing. Just the ticket. And while I'm not the biggest Disney person, this is not a good sign for the theme park industry as a whole. Because as a person who loves roller coasters, I feel it more and more every year. Hundreds of dollars for a ticket, $35 for parking. Food is astronomically high. And if you want a fast pass, you might need to sell an arm or a leg. Maybe both in a package deal.
And that's going to be the new baseline price to just get into these parks, let alone going around peak season.
If you are booking a trip to a Disney park, all that magic is about to get a lot more expensive. Magic ain't free, people. Disney has announced it is raising ticket prices for its theme parks during peak days in both Anaheim and Orlando, effective immediately. A single-day pass to Disneyland around the big holidays like Christmas, New Year's, and Thanksgiving will now run you $224.
$254? Oh, no. Oh, no. I never even been.
A pop. That is up $18 from last year.
Tickets were $3.50 when the park first opened, which is about $21 today. And to add in with the previous clip, that doesn't include anything else. Here's the parking.
Did you know that the parking at Disneyland is $55? If you're a pass holder, you get 50% off.
Woohoo! That's pretty great. Great savings.
So if you pay Disney your yearly subscription to be a member, you could get a whopping 50% off the $55 parking price. It's not free? I'm really losing it in this one. But let's go all out with the next clip. How expensive can this really get?
These are Disney's most expensive experiences that get progressively more unhinged. Victoria and Albert's is Disney's only Michelin star restaurant. The cheapest 7-course menu here is $295 per person, and that
The cheapest? Nah.
That's before wine, tax, or tip. They have a formal dress code, and kids under 10 aren't even allowed in the restaurant. A sober dinner for two can be about $800. They even have a $150 German bottle of water on the menu. Disney's VIP tour is the most exclusive way to see the parks. You get a private guide, skip every line, and even go backstage. But it's $450 to $900 per hour with a 7-hour minimum. And that doesn't even include the price of the park tickets. 7 hours in the parks for the cost of a semester of tuition. Club 33 is Disney's secret members-only club that started in 1967. It has private dining rooms and lounges hidden inside each park. The initiation fee is $30,000 to $100,000, and the annual dues are $30,000, or basically a down payment on a home.
Okay, so maybe he was a little bit off with the current down payments on home prices today, but you know what he was trying to say. $30,000 just to be a part of the club. A year. Club 33, the VIP tour, and 21 Royal are so worth it. Really? Sadly, you don't actually skip the lines on a VIP tour. You get put in the lightning lanes. Some rare magical moments happen and the guide can skip the line, but that's definitely not the norm. For what was it, $600 to $900 an hour? Here's another one up on screen, the Disney Vacation Club. So what does your $42,000 get you? Another special water bottle. Great. The Disney timeshare scam, a classic. Isn't this just a timeshare. No, you actually get a special bottle with it too. And here we have just a small portion of the cost for a Disney wedding.
So let's talk about how much it costs to have characters at your Disney wedding. Prices start at around $1,900 for one character for 30 minutes, and they go up to $7,000 for 5. I honestly think it's crazy because 2 characters for 2 30-minute sets is just $3,000, which is only $140 more than one set. They can help with cake cutting, dancing with your guests, and they can even sign your guest book. There's really no official character list, and you can talk to your planner about what costumes are available at your venue, and also some characters can't appear together. Some characters, like Anna and Elsa, will need a themed backdrop and can run up to $9,000. And just remember, alcohol services must be paused while the characters are out.
Now, with all the crazy prices we've seen in this video so far, even Disney realized the tough economy that we're all in, so they decided to do a little bit of marketing and incentives, giving people a few free days at the park just for them to make way more money on the back end.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me to my face that a Disney executive went into that meeting and said, I want to give them 2 free park days and 2 free nights of hotel stays. But then I also want to let the kids eat free. And then I also want to let them go to the water park for free. And they said, yeah, let's do it. You want to go to Disney this year?
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced AI capabilities.
Number 1 recession.
I will only be there when it's free. Oh no.
Indicator, but I'll take it. Almost 50,000 likes. This is what happened in 07-08 when the recession really hit. Disney knows something that we don't. I think we all know what it is. Nobody wants to say it out loud though. And someone said this is proof they could just drop prices all around if they really wanted to. But why would they?
Here's a thought that I've been having a lot over the past couple of days. Disney just released this new promotion where you get 2 extra park days, 2 extra hotel stay nights, I think. It is a great deal, don't get me wrong, if you were already planning on staying for that length of time. Even if you aren't and you're kind of being smart about it, I think it's also a pretty good deal. And I'm not saying anything to negate the fact that free is free. But where things could get tricky is that if you were only planning on staying 4 days and now you're staying 6, your budget is still going to increase because that's 2 extra days of food, 2 extra days of lightning lanes, maybe 2 extra days of impulse buying souvenirs. So if you weren't already planning on staying for that amount of time, then this could be a pretty big kick into your budget and your overall spending.
And that's how they're going to get you. The extra souvenirs, the food, the lightning lanes just to be able to actually ride the rides at the park and not just stand in line for hours on end. Just take a look at the comments. Yep, we spent well over the budget last week. It's so easy to do. 100% agree with this. Free isn't always free. And we got a comment from you guys right here. My mom took me to Disney every year from 3 to 7 years old, and I don't remember a thing about it. Unless you're walking around filming your kid at 24/7, they're probably not going to remember. So no matter how much money you spend putting yourself into debt possibly, it really might not be worth it in the end. But let's just forget everything that we've seen in this video and you still absolutely want to go, even with your kids. It is a better deal to literally fly to Japan, to Tokyo, and go to their Disney with your family than staying in the US.
Have you seen the article that's going around that says going to Disney in Japan is cheaper than going in Orlando and like flights and everything? That I'm here to tell you that that is true. My family of 5 went to Japan with my cousin and her family, their family of 4, in October, and my tickets for my 5, so we have, at the time she was 7, 10, and 16-year-old, and then me and my husband were $234 for the day in Disney. $234 total, not a piece, total. We ate every morning. We stayed in a Disney hotel and they had a breakfast buffet downstairs, and I would say it was like food-wise the equivalent of like Chef Mickey's. They didn't have characters or anything, and it was a buffet. $54 every morning total, 54 American dollars for us to eat breakfast every morning. Honestly, I can't go to McDonald's or Taco Bell and feed all of us for $54 in America.
Disney Japan is elite. Just told my family no presents next year. Let's go to Japan Disney. And with the debt videos like this, it's funny, I always see comments from you guys like this. The funniest thing is that this video has a Klarna ad on it. So that's how we're gonna finish this episode.
Did you Klarna Disney?
I did the Oogie Boogie on Klarna so that I didn't have to, well, also because I bought 3 tickets. So I had the money for mine, but I needed the money from everybody else, so I put it on Klarna.
Saying the way you live your life is insane. Dude, you've lost $2,000 this year so far. And it's not done in interest.
Oh, yikes. So that's
half a month that you worked, 2 whole weeks that you've worked, literally just went to the interest this year so far crazy. On one card. The first card. The first!
Crazy.
You live somewhere. Mm-hmm. Where is Disney? Okay.
It's hot, it's
Why
humid.
are you going to an other Disney, though? Why is that the thing?
I don't know. My best friend's never been.
Good. Go to the one in Orlando where you live. It's cheaper.
No, we both live there. We go there.
Why do you need to go to another Disney of all things?
Trying to scam Klarna and not pay them back is going to hurt so many people in the future, especially if it's for Disney tickets that you couldn't afford. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did,
that is insane work. That's insane. Now let's look at these dating scams.
I spy on my competitors every
Okay, so
day over coffee. Let me show you what I do. So I use this website, similarweb.com.
Okay, so I went on a date.
all right, so dating scams have gotten terribly worse.
And I'm going to tell you about it. Buckle in. It's quite hilarious. Happened last year, okay? Interesting times. Work in the bar. I'm a bartender at this time. Boop, boop. Bartending candy. Fun candy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. As a bartender, I have a very strict rule. So the money's got to get made, okay? If the guy wants my number, I give him my number. Block. Don't talk to you, okay? Let him sign the tip receipt, put your number on there, keep pushing, girl, block the number. It's really not that big of a deal, okay? I had this one guy particularly come in like 4 Sundays in a row. Got the same thing, always wanted to see me. Great guy. Other thing as a bartender is we meet a lot of males behind the bar, okay? There's a lot of men, they all come in there, they all fucking flirt. They all have something to just say, da-da-da-da. But there's a way to flirt, okay? This guy in particular, though, was not like that. Complimenting me indifferent. You're beautiful. I like your person. He was giving good compliments, okay? Wasn't like, damn, that ass look good in that skirt. Damn, your titties got there. And nothing crazy like that, like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I like your lips. You nasty. I got that one. Having good conversations. And the fact that he wasn't like hounding me with the flirting, he was actually attractive. I like that too. He was actually having we were actually having in-depth conversation. That 4th Sunday hits, okay? Mind you, this brother is smooth. He don't do the tech zip, okay? The tech thing. He got the zips every fucking time. While, bartender looks up and you might fish out a good one, okay? From your bar regular. I'm like, all right, let's take a chance. He asked me out on a date. Okay. And I said yes to this date. I would usually A, I give out my number, but he's been doing all right. And then B, I would usually absolutely never go on dates with any of my bar regulars, or any bar guests, period. I'm gonna meet up for drinks after work and get hammered. Set a time on my own personal time and go hang out with you. Negative. I agreed to the date. Because I'm actually excited because he's like, let's go go-kart racing. Okay. I'm from Alabama. Alabama is booming as some of you cities. Okay, we're not as
That's a lit.
We're just he says go-karting, and I'm thinking, where the hell can you go-kart in Alabama unless you're like down by the beach type shit? So I'm immediately excited. I'm like, okay, great, something I've never done. I love this. It's already off to a great start. We've been texting. He's planning. He's being intentional. It's great.
Yo, fellas, let me just say real quick. If you want to take a girl out on a date that you've never, you don't really know her like that, don't take on a dinner date. Like, try to avoid taking on a dinner date first. take on some type of activity. You know what I mean? Because activities, it's like both of y'all get to experience it. It's something new. It doesn't feel like an interview process. It takes you away from the awkward moments of sitting there trying to force conversation when there's no conversations to be had. You know what I mean? It's that activity. It's the experience. And worst come to worst, let's just say y'all don't really like each other on that level. Y'all can still have fun. Versus sitting in front of somebody on a dinner date and you figuring out you don't really even like this person, it's just making that whole interaction just very awkward. You know what I mean? But activities like arcades, they're usually not even that expensive, you know, and you'd be surprised. Women like to have fun. You know what I mean? Maybe horseback riding, something like that, something new for you too. Now, I mean, don't just make it, oh, you know, I want to be all super smooth, and I get it. You know, if a woman, she a little bit older, but yeah, you know, maybe she just wants to, you know, sit down for some food. Okay, by all means. But maybe go to a museum or something, like something that'll create some type of conversation that's not just about y'all. Like it's about a thing. So y'all can take a break from talking about y'all. I'm not telling y'all because I think these things. I'm telling y'all for experience.
Great, y'all.
But
So the day comes for us to go on our dates. I'm getting, you know, not too cute because we're going to be go-kart racing, but you got to keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, you got to be cute. We're texting on the way. Boom, we're getting there. I'm driving. I'm like, wow, it's on this side of Birmingham, it's on this side of town. I didn't know that. I didn't even know anything was over here. I get to the place. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so much fun. Okay. I walk up to the building. I'm going up. He comes out the building. He meets me at the steps. Ooh, already off to a great start. Love that. Corey gives me a hug. How are you doing? I've already got everything set up for us and paid. You just got to go give him basically your information and grab your gear, and we can go and start racing. Perfect. I love a man that's like this. Booked everything. I love an intentional man. I am excited. Okay. When you get there, you have to put on first of all, it's a shiesty. Is that what they call it? Shiesties? It's a mask. It's the mask. It's the robber's mask. Hands up. Hands up. And you get to pick your color. And I picked blue. So fucking cute. I'll put it on. And then you get a helmet. I've already filled out my paperwork. I'm in the bathroom at this point. I'm getting ready. I'm getting all my stuff on. So I come out the bathroom and there's like an area where you're supposed to wait. Okay. And he's like in the bathroom doing his stuff. Okay. So I come out. I'm like, okay, I beat him. And I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, waiting. I'm like, okay, waiting. It's been, 10 minutes now. I'm like, okay, he must be taking a shit at this point. Do your thing, my brother. Do your thing. Make sure your wife's real. But then 20 minutes goes by. All of this has happened within a 20-minute span. Like me getting, 15 for me getting my information.
20 minutes in the bathroom is crazy.
Getting dressed. And he's like, he told me he'd just meet me out here. I've been standing here. Mind you, the people are there waiting for us as a couple to go and get in these carts. And it's a couple things. So, they're waiting. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm like, about 25, I text my best friend, I'm like, I was like, ain't no way, this has never happened to me in my life.
25 minutes in the bathroom?
This has never happened to me. What? I'm like, I'm pretty sure this dude just left. She's like, no way, you're being dramatic. How long has it been? You know how the girlies is. Shout out to the muffin man. She was really keeping me calm. No. I'm telling you, my intuition is speaking loud and clear. This motherfucker has left. At this point, it's about 30-ish, 40 minutes, and I'm like, I've been patient enough. Looked around the building, or not even looked around, I walked around just to make sure he wasn't maybe you caught up with somebody. I give too many benefits of the fucking doubt, right? I be walking around, just too many benefits of the doubt. I text him, nothing. I call him, nothing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nothing. That's it, okay? I sent 2 texts and 1 call. That was fucking it. I give those texts and that call a 5-minute window span. I've already been patient enough. I only went on this fucking date. Mind you, I've been single for almost 4 years, and I was just adamant on not ever dating. I just wanted to not date for a minute. Got my
Nah, bro, there's no way. There's no way dude just walked out. There had to be something. You know what I mean? It got to be something on one of y'all sides, because I can't see a date going good and somebody just says, you know what? I'm out. I'm dipping. I'm done. It had to be something. Son must have, I don't know. He must have been on his way to the toilet, and try to fart, messed around and sharted, didn't know how to come out and tell you. he got shit on his pants. You know, that's a crazy scenario that I come up with, but I don't know. Or maybe I don't know. Had to be something. Had to be something crazy. Maybe something you said. But there got to be some more context to this, because dudes, are y'all just walking out on dates? Like, just walking out. Just, yo, I'm out. I ain't even gonna hold you. I did that before. But I told y'all the story. It was really because Shorty was mad friendly with everybody. She was way too friendly with everybody. She was flirting with the waiter. And I'm talking about, I let that slide. When we first walked into the spot, I told y'all the story. When we first walked into the spot, Shorty saw some dude she knew, hugged him around his neck. Know what I mean? And didn't introduce me or nothing. I'm just a nigga paying for the night. Like, you know what I mean? And then I went to the bathroom, came back out. She's sitting there laughing with a dude. And then, you know, he's walking away. And then, it's crazy how there's an and then. Like, you would have thought I would have dipped by now. And then she goes to the bar. I tell her, you know, go to the bar or whatever. Like, I'm kind of like thinking about everything that's going on. Like, there's no way this girl is this friendly. There's no way this is happening to me. She's standing at the bar, and a dude walk up on her, and she's conversating with him for a smooth 15 to 30 seconds, or maybe even a minute, and then her phone comes out. I left. I left. She knew I was right there. Didn't acknowledge me, nothing. I left. I got up out of there. She calls me, and I told y'all this whole story before. Now, I mean, what was the aftermath and all that, but I feel like that's warranted, you know what I mean? Like, what else was I supposed to do? Sit there and just, at that point, the only other thing I could have did was play the same way she's playing. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, we just having an open date night. Like, just, let's do something new tonight. You know what I mean? I'm about to go talk to them too. You know what I mean? You talk to them, and I'll see you at the end of the night. And we're going to have fun, but that's it. You know, it's clipped after that. But, yeah, that I definitely walked out. I think that was the only time I ever did anything like that. I mean, that was the only time I ever did anything like that. But dudes, are y'all just walking out on girls? Like, y'all just walking out? Like, yeah, Shorty's bugging out. I ain't gonna lie. If you just mad disrespectful, I don't know. I'm all about my face card. I can't just, like, even if like, I always end things on a gentleman note just so you could really feel dumb later. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, if I'm on a date and let's just say I'm not really feeling you, you know, whatever, I'm going to still go ahead and pay the tab, because I probably already had it in my mind, pay the tab, you know what I mean? And might even send you an Uber to get home, but you're just never going to hear from me. You know, I don't have to do the theatrics and, you know, and yell and walk out. Now, don't get me wrong. If you just like, nigga, you going to pay for this, the fuck? Like, and just talking to me crazy, yeah, I'll mess around and be like, let me get one bill. You know what I mean? Like, you don't overly do it. But if it's something like I'm just not feeling you, I'm going to get, you know, let this be the last time you see me. But I don't never feel no need to really just go out on a super high horse of like, yeah, I violated too. Like, I ain't got to do all that. You know what I mean? The loss is you losing me. You know, like, you lost something. Especially when you know your value. It's like, the fact that you're not going to hear from me tomorrow or the day after that is a lot worse than me sitting here making you feel bad right now, giving you a reason to be glad that I'm gone. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm straight on you. And yeah, but walking out, that's new.
And heart broke. Want to fucking do it, okay? But this guy was going well. No texts, no calls. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I could leave. I should just leave, right? And then I was like, no. I did not get dressed, get up, and come up in here for nothing. And the race was already paid for. He paid for, I don't even know how many fucking laps, but I got double now. So I fucking raced. That's what the fuck I did. Yes, I did. Stayed and I raced. And I played the games that were there he had paid for. I did it all. Everything that he had paid for, I spent every fucking thing. Mind you, the guys that were there were like, what's going on? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I just got stood up. They're like, no. And they're just genuinely feeling so bad about me. Bad for me. And I thought, you know, you see in the movies, like, girls usually get sad. I wasn't even sad. I was genuinely still excited to do the racing, okay? So I said, fuck it. I was like, I still want to go. Let me do lap, and let me go, baby. Let me go. And I'm in there having a good time, taking my picture. And they're like, you're taking this really well. And I was like, I know. I'm surprised myself. I think that's what makes me happy. Time in my life where I feel like that would have been like a what the fuck moment for me. And I just didn't give a fuck. Fast forward, I have the day, I take my pictures, I have a great time with myself. It's wonderful. I go and get crawfish. My crawfish end up getting paid for.
That's some of the
Look at
best
that.
fun.
If that ain't God, I don't know who it is. Okay. Fast forward a few months later, like a month or two later, I get a text from the guy. It's a lengthy text. Y'all to tell me, am I fucked up? I don't care because it's been over a year at this point and I'm still not going to answer. Either way, the text message says, God, I'm going to hell because I'm going to hell. I'm just going to go to hell for this. Okay, I'm going to hell. And the text basically says that he had an anxiety attack and a panic attack and he had forgotten to take his medicine that morning and that he just got so overwhelmed and he just had to leave. Okay?
Wow.
While I understand that, it's been 2 months. What have you been freaking out for 2 fucking months? Please. Please. Was I born at night? Maybe, but last night, fuck no. So I never answered that text message. I never saw that guy again. Damn. Somebody should let him know I don't work at that bar anymore so he can go back and get his favorite fucking pizza. I'm too fucking.
So
One of my subscribers DM me telling me how much money they made playing games on their phone, and I couldn't believe it. So I'm barely gonna edit this video right here. After 60 days, this is how much money she made. After 60 days, she made $5,000. I asked her. I said,
Hey, baby. This lady on Discord. Okay, I told you I was in the group. I'm in the Phantom Troop group, right? And I put my selfie in there. This lady added me on Discord. She says, I'm sorry for bragging in your privacy. I'm just bored and saw your selfie from the server and decided to send you a friend request. And then I told her, well, I'm happily married. So I don't know what made oh, I was so confused. Hilarious. I'm about to be done too after this video. I'm gonna come back in here.
hold up. I said, which games are you making the most money from? She said, it was this game right here, Bingo Cash, this game right here, and this game right here. Y'all go try it out for yourself. She said she ain't want me to put her name, on the video because people keep hitting her up, asking her for advice, so I ain't gonna put her name out there. Most of y'all know because she's my leading subscriber in making money right now playing games on her phone, and I've shouted her out in my other videos, all right? So right now, she is killing, okay? I'm going to put the link in the description below and the link in the comment section below. You could try it out for yourself. But $5,000 in 2 months? $5,000 in 2 months. That's $2,500 a month. All right? That, I'm sure that's taking care of a couple of bills for her. Now, I mean, shoot, that's dang near all your bills. If all your bills is more than $2,500, you're living large. You know what I mean? But look, try it out for yourself, like I said. But anyways, man, back to the video. Yo, that's real though. Like, anxiety attacks is real. I told y'all like years ago I was battling with anxiety and it was stopping me from some motion. Yeah, I mean in my life. Like There was moments where I could really have seen myself be like, yeah, I'm out. You know what I mean? Granted, I wouldn't leave. I'll just sit in the, in the moment and just let my anxieties just fester. But some people can't handle that, and especially dudes that have like anxiety dealing with women. Sometimes just getting up out of there might be the comfortable thing for them. Is it right? Nah. You know what I mean? At least say something. That's my thing, right? At least say something, bro. If you have because anxiety is something that you can't really see. But let's just say somebody has, but it's still an illness. But I want to paint it like this. Let's just say somebody bleeds randomly. They have horrible nosebleeds, right? And they tell you this, or they have asthma attacks. I think asthma attacks is better. And they tell you this. They're like, look, I have really bad asthma attacks, whatever. So boom, they go into the bathroom, they have an asthma attack, and then they leave. Because they're like, yo, I gotta go get my inhaler. I'm really going through it right now. You would understand. Because it's like, okay, you had an asthma attack. The thing about anxiety, you can't see it. So it's like you don't really know if somebody's actually going through it, so you don't respect it the same. But here's the thing. What good is a well-enabled body but a messed up mind? See, I'm going a lot deeper than I'm supposed to be going in this video, but y'all know me. I mean, what good is a well-enabled body? You don't have asthma, you don't have nosebleeds, but your mind is tormenting you. Like, what good is that? So I just feel like we can give people grace and understand that, yes, anxiety is real. But at the same time, I think if you do battle with something like anxiety, letting somebody know through a text message, even a day later, an hour later, I don't think that's bad. You know what I mean? I don't think that's too much. Maybe you didn't want to face it, but 2 months, it just says you wasn't really that interested in her either. You know what I mean? Like, for you to have an anxiety attack and disappear for 2 months, unless you was just anxious for 2 months, but there's dudes out here that are very anxious around women, and especially in today's day and time, with all the social media and the pressures and things of that nature, and you get in the game and you like, you freeze. So, yeah. And then, you know what? Because I'm kind of putting myself in his shoes. Sometimes when you have like social anxiety or that kind of anxiety, and then you embarrass yourself, it's hard for you to go back to the thing because it's like you're having anxiety about having anxiety, right? I'm going so much deeper. But it's like you're having anxiety about having the anxiety. The fact that you had an anxiety attack and left this girl gives you anxiety. So the remedy to that is just, I'm gonna just disappear from it altogether. Like, chalk it up, take it to the casket, you know what I mean? And just, I'm never gonna talk about this again. And then it was probably beating him up, and he's probably like, yo, let me just get ahead and send her a message. Let me just say something. For her not to reply probably made it even worse, but, but yeah, anxiety is a real thing, though. I didn't even think about that. I mean, I thought about the whole nervous thing, but I was like, maybe you got a girlfriend.
I was talking to this guy that I met on Hinge, right? And everything was going amazing. Everything was going great, actually. The communication was there. I thought we were on the same page. We went to Paris. We were going on dates every week, having phone calls, phone conversations every night. And then all of a sudden, his demeanor changed, and I realized it, but I didn't say anything. He asked me to be his Valentine early January, right? And I told him, I was like, of course, I would love to be. And then maybe a couple days later or a week later, I was like, I would love for you to ask me, with a card or something, something sweet, ask me something sentimental, right? So he's like, oh, I'm wondering, he was like, I wish I would have thought of that myself, whatever, but it wasn't a big deal to me. So he paid for everything. He paid for all the dates. The only thing I paid for was when we went to Paris, and I paid for my own room because I told him that's what I wanted. So, like I said, his demeanor changed, and I was like, I'm gonna,
I'm gonna preach for a little bit, but I want to learn how to love better. I want to love better. I want to love people in my life better, not only relationship wise, but just like friendships and, you know, family members. And when you look at 1 Corinthians 13, when God describes love, the first thing he describes love as is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. If I want to love, and if God is love, the first thing God says, the first thing that God says love is patient. So if this man is having a hard time, something is weighing heavy on his heart, let me be patient with him. Let me give him, you know, let me give him the time to get his words out, right? Okay. 4 days pass. We finally end up having a conversation. Why he's acting the way he's acting? Because, you know, all of a sudden things have changed. Basically, he says that he wants to be. He doesn't know if we're compatible because he wants to be in a dynamic where he treats, then the girl would treat, then he treats, and the girl would treat. And so I'm like, are you looking for 50-50? And he was like, no, maybe like 75-25, you know, vice versa. Sometimes me, sometimes them, sometimes me. And I was like, you know, I've explained to this guy multiple times that I'm that way when I'm in a relationship. You're courting me right now. You're not my boyfriend. But you're courting me. You're getting to know me. And, you know, we're going on dates. So, yeah, I mean, I am expecting for you to pay. But we've been out before and I've paid because I realized he was paying for a lot of things. And I told him, like, that's something I do when I'm in a relationship, but I really like you. So can I, you know, treat you back? So that was kind of BS, you know what I mean? But what really got me was that he was like, you know, I don't know if we're compatible because I'm looking for someone that's going to treat me back and all of this stuff. And I explained.
See, but I get what she's saying, because when you're dating, when you're just, you know, in that dating phase, it's usually the guy, you know, he's taking care of the woman and all that. But I will say there is a way that women can still show she respects his dollar, or she has some skin in the game too. And her skin in the game is not just her pulling up. And for me, that's usually something small, like because it's really just the act of. It's not really you doing it, but it's just you trying to do it, you know, or the initiative. That's what I should have said instead of the act of. But it's really just the initiative. So something that I kind of find myself, you know, liking is when somebody's like, I'll pay the tip, or I'll get the snacks, or no, I'll pay for this. It could be something a lot smaller than, let's just say we just checked out. We about to go racing. I'll use that girl's her situation for an example. We about to go racing. And then I get ahead, I check out, and then we like, damn, we need some waters. And then she's like, I'll pay for the waters. The waters could be $3, but that to me just shows you're not just in this for a free time. Now, I mean, and that is a super green flag. And again, it could be $3 damn. This whole experience could be $350. This whole experience could be $300. You know what I mean? But the fact that you was able, like, you're not sitting here just, it shows me that you know, like, you understand the value of $1, even though it's very small, but you're showing like, nah, I'm here too. You know, like, I see you just swiped a lot of money, because at the end of the day, yo, money does not grow on trees. And no man likes to feel like his money grows on trees to anybody, even if he's convincing himself of that. He doesn't want anybody looking at him like his money grows on trees, and he's the fountain of money if somebody needs it, especially if somebody's not showing appreciation for it. There's nothing. I'm telling y'all, if you are it's so crazy how hard you have to work to get your money. And most men that have money just want to see appreciation, and that's free. That's free. Now, I mean, or it could cost you $5 of a tip, you know, but.
To him that, you know, about the whole, like, I would do that if, you know, you're my boyfriend, but you're not my boyfriend. We're getting to know each other.
But ladies, try that on a date. Try that on a date. Now, I mean, pay for a tip. First of all, you shouldn't be going nowhere with no money. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? No adult should go anywhere with no money, because what if this dude, now I mean, mess around, plays in your face? He plays in your face and mess around and leaves you. You sitting there and the waiter's like, yo, you got to pay for this. He's out. You got to pay. Now you in there washing dishes. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you still like always travel with money. What if he doesn't get you home? You should have means to get yourself home. Stop going out with $0, thinking a man's just supposed to take care of you. If he takes care of you, by all means, that's nice. You know, it's a nice gesture, but you should always have the money to take care of yourself. But like I said, date's going well, date's not going well, whatever. Offer to pay for the tip. Offer to pay for the snacks. Now, I mean, offer to pay for the little extra little things. You know, that is a very good gesture, especially for a man that's doing good. He doesn't need it. It's just an initiative. It shows something about your character.
What's new with Google Ads? Google AI powers campaigns that work for you. Your ads multiplied. Better results? Simplified. Put Google AI to work on your next campaign.
And he said, well, you know, this is why I have a hard time saying love, and, you know, this is why, you know, I don't really like, you know, I haven't had a girlfriend for 10 years. You have commitment issues. And you could have just said that before. But anyways, what really got me, what was the kicker for me was that, and this is kind of like a, okay, let me just say it. Lord, and I pray that you help me say how I feel it. Little did he know I had just bought him, you know, I started preparing his Valentine's Day gifts, you know, like I got him a YSL cologne because he said he wanted to have like a signature scent. He's not really into scents like that. He wants to get into it. I got him a YSL cologne, right? I was gonna make him like a boyfriend basket. He's not my boyfriend. I was gonna make him one though because I like him. So I bought that. He's a chef who wants to get into baking, so I did my research on cookbooks, and I ordered, the day before I ordered him a cookbook, The Dessert Person, which is a very popular book within the baking community. I got him that. I was gonna put that in the basket. I was gonna get him a Aritzia sweatsuit. I was gonna get him just like a silk pajama set. Like I was just gonna get him all these things. Had already bought like half of the things already, and
yo, she would have had son looking out the window while it was raining. Like, yo, you do all that for a dude, you would have had him looking out the mirror, like looking in the mirror, like, yo, I think I'm gonna hang up my jersey. like what? That was really
little
thoughtful.
did he know that, and it just is like going back to, you know, when the Lord talks about what love is patient. I'm over here trying to extend patience to you. I'm gonna give him time to explain himself to me. Like I'm gonna give him time to figure out what's weighing on his heart. You couldn't do the same for me. So I asked him, I didn't tell him though, I didn't tell him all of these things. So I'm like, so you're unsure about me? He hesitated. I said, you're unsure about me. So if you're unsure about me, I'm 100% unsure about you now. And I will never sit here and try to invest into someone who's unsure about me. So I took my exit. So I think my dad's about to have a new cologne, or one of my best friends. But am I gonna stop believing in love and all of that? No!
I was recently so love bombed, and
All right, we're gonna stop right there. Shout out to TikTok Talks for putting this 1 hour long video of crazy TikTok stories. Now, I mean, y'all go check out their page. If y'all want me to keep going on this, now, I mean, I could react to some more. I just got to think of some more titles. Yeah, I know that's the hardest part. That is the hardest part of doing YouTube, is really figuring out the titles and the thumbnails. Because if the video could be, there's videos I have that are so good, but I could not come up with a good title or thumbnail. And I messed up by doing that. Because technically,
See, look, let me go to me. Go to me before I go. See, look, this is how I know. I figured out the thumbnails. I figured out the titles. I'm focused on figuring out the descriptions. I got the tags. But you know what? We gonna get it. We gonna get it. So, subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. You see I put this new thing right here. Got the new start scene, the new be right back scene, the new ending scene. Bless you, baby. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.